Well, let me ask you something, Pathfinder. If we stay on this course for, say, a couple of more days, will we still be in Texas? Look.
Great question. That was a scene from the 1960 CBS drama Route 66. For 4 seasons, the series followed the exploits of 2 recent college grads who traversed the country on the famed highway. Once called the Main Street of America, Route 66 is no longer part of the U.S. highway system, but much of it is still drivable, dotted with landmarks like the Cadillac Ranch in Texas. One important milestone located in Luther, Oklahoma, recently landed on a list of the nation's most endangered historic places. But it won't be for long. Janet Shamlian takes us on a road trip to find out why.
Along the once celebrated Highway 66, now almost indistinguishable from many other country roads, there's a rescue in progress. This is the sound of saving history.
What do you think about what you're seeing here?
What they've accomplished in 1 week is just amazing. It's just amazing. Look how dark it is and how distinct it is.
Where would we be without them?
And Edward Threatt would know.
It's not ugly anymore.
It was his grandfather's place. The Threatt Filling Station was once among just a few African-American-owned gas stops along Route 66, a major U.S. thoroughfare for almost half a century.
It was one of the few places people of color could feel safe to stop and rest.
My grandpa was, he was a smart man to be able to acquire 160 acres of land. Because we had so much property, they could stay out back. And this was literally a safe haven for people of color during that Jim Crow era.
But the building hasn't been safe from the ravages of time. It looked like this until recently, named one of America's most endangered historic places.
This is well over 50 years old.
That's where preservationist Molly Baker comes in, delivering hope, the acronym for hands-on preservation experience.
I'm going to have you work this stone.
Bringing in restoration experts like David Gibney to teach Job Corps workers how to bring a building back to life.
We want everything to look like it was originally there, and that's the real task here.
In the process, teaching stone cutting and painting to trainees like Jeremiah Booker.
I feel like I'm contributing and helping, by playing a part in doing this work.
The effort made possible by grants, donations, and fierce devotion to protecting the past.
We've already lost so many important structures, especially in the African American and underserved communities. They've just been torn down as eyesores.
Yeah, it's horrific. Part of telling the full American story is making sure that everyone has their story told and that there's representation for everybody.
From restoring a St. Croix plantation hospital for enslaved people to repairing gravestones at Houston's first African-American cemetery, it's as much about sharing knowledge of what some consider a lost art.
If you do traditional trades, you're guaranteed of an income for the next 50 years. AI can never replace it. Robots can never replace it. It all has to be hand done.
And in triple-digit Oklahoma heat,
Do you need any water?
that's a job.
Without the Hope Crew, where would you be?
Up that creek.
It won't be a filling station, but Threatt and his family want to again make it a respite from the road, a place of history and learning for all.
What do you think your grandfather would think?
He's proud of us. I mean, I know he is. And he expects us, me, my cousins, who are now the elders of the family, to preserve this and pass it on and to make sure it never, ever is outside this family.
You got a lot to live up to.
Oh, yes. But we're doing that. We're doing that.
Saving invaluable history to enrich our future. For CBS Saturday Morning, Janet Shamlian, Luther, Oklahoma.
Job security. I like hearing about
Right?
that. Yeah, in AI territory.
Makes you want to drive Route 66.
Yeah.
Really important to preserve, too.